Hello everyone, it's the anime here, and today we're doing What If Deku Had the rinnegan, episode 6. But before we get into it, hit the intro. These bitches lost souls, oh, and I know it. Fucking with the old ones, you gon' get fucked over. Ferraris and robots, these old lunchy souls, and I'm with that cobra. Now that what's left over, they do it all for souls, so you wasn't making no noise. So, where we left off, the stain arc was just completed. So, next, the students get ready for the final exams. Now, like in the original, they think it's gonna be robots that they're just fighting against, and that they're gonna absolutely destroy in the practical exams. So, they go. And then they find out that they're actually facing the teachers. Now, I'm not going to make any differences in the teams, because even though Bakugo and Deku are much more like they work together, they really couldn't find anyone else. So they decided to pair them together anyways, and see how they do against the number one hero, which they think is going to be a challenge enough anyways for them, even if they work together, because he's the number one hero. All Might. So they tell him around they're going in, and all the matches go the same, basically, besides the one with Bakugo and Deku. Now, let's get into that match. So, when the test starts, Bakugo and Deku walk together, looking around and waiting for All Might to appear. And they've always strategized a plan. So, when All Might appears and punches down a bunch of windows and buildings with just his fists, Deku says, yeah, we couldn't face you one-on-one. So, let's just see how far I can push you. And then All Might is questioned for a second until he hears Deku say, Almighty. Oh no, not Almighty. Freak. Shinra Tensei. And the whole city gets pushed away, including All Might getting pushed away and slamming into a wall. And the whole city is in rubble. And everyone is surprised watching this. It's like, he just destroyed the whole city. And then the teacher's like, we never said you couldn't. It's just not practical. But there's nothing being tested on that, so hey, they can do what they want, really. Okay. So, then, Bakugo holds on to Deku, and they make a run for it. Well, Bakugo is using his explosions to get a little speed boost. And they are almost at the gate when All Might appears. And since Deku used such a huge Shinra Tensei to destroy the whole city, he obviously can't use the ability again for like at least another 30 minutes. And they only have 10 minutes, so he can't rely on that ability no more. So, he has to use his other ability. So he uses his shock rod, his rods, and try to stick in All Might so he can drain his energy. But again, All Might dodges and dodges and dodges and dodges until he punches both Deku and Bakugo into a building. And with this, Bakugo starts to get impatient. So, he just explosions to get and run towards All Might to try to defeat him on his own. And he does some damage, but nothing significant. All Might costs a little bit, but he says, yeah, that's just from the other attack, not yours. Don't get excited, Bakugo. So, then Deku comes rushing out of the building, jumping down, and tries to stab All Might again with his chakra rods. Again, missing. So, with that, Deku thinks, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then, as he places his hand on the ground, something happens. Symbols start to form on the ground. He doesn't know what's happening. And then, suddenly, a giant, ferocious dog appears. And Deku, not realizing it, but the dog says to him, alright, who you want me to attack? And the dog has to say it 3 times before Deku realizes that the dog is trying to speak to him. And Deku still memorized about what he's seeing, but he says, All Might, the big muscly one over there. Dog says, alright. And the dog pounces on All Might. And then All Might, with one punch, just basically knocks the dog into the air. And the dog's poofed away. And All Might says, what was that? And Deku just gives him a shoulder shrug saying, I don't know. Just random, I guess. I don't know. But then Deku starts to think, maybe it's part of my quirk. I did manifest these chakra rods out of nowhere too. Huh. I'd have to get to that later. But now they have to focus on the task at hand of defeating All Might, or at least getting to the gate. So Bakugo says to Deku, I'll hold them off. I'll use all my power. But before that, Deku says, alright, but here, have this rod. Try to stab him with it if you can. And then Bakugo says, alright. So then All Might and Bakugo start fighting. And Bakugo keeps on taking hits from All Might, but trading the slightest of explosions. And Deku's waiting for an opening until Bakugo leaps from a building, uses the most powerful explosion he can to send him flying forward, and faster than All Might can react, Bakugo stabs All Might with the energy rod, and then says to Deku, run. And so Deku starts running. And he gets through the gate at the 1 second mark, so they pass. And yeah. So that's about where I'm going to be leaving this episode. And in the next episode, we will be getting into the training camp arc. So yeah, it's the anime logging off.